Hi guys, this is Hadi Ahmed and today you are watching books and some more books. Today we are gonna read Roll the Hell the BFG. Introducing Sophie and the BFG, our heroes. The Blood Butler, the heads of the army and the air force, and the queen. Contents. Today we are gonna read the first chapter, The Witching Hour. The characters in this book are the Queen of England, Mary, the Queen Maid, Mr. Tibbs, the Palace Butler, the head of the army, the head of the air force, and of course, Sophie, an orphan. The Flesh Giants, the Flesh Eater, the Bone Crusher, the Man Hugger, the Child Chewer, the Meat Ripper, the Gizzard Gulper, the Maid Masher, the Blood Bottler, the Butcher Boy, and of course, the BFG. Sophie couldn't sleep. A brilliant moonbeam was slanting through a gap in the curtains. It was shining right on to her pillow. The other children in the dormitory had been asleep for hours. Sophie closed her eyes and lay quite still. She tried very hard to doze off. It was no good. The moonbeam was like a silver blade slicing through the room onto her face. The house was absolutely silent. No voices came up from downstairs. There were no footsteps on the floor above either. The window behind the curtain was wide open, but nobody was walking on the pavement outside. No cars went by on the street. Not the tiniest sound could be heard anywhere. Sophie had never known such a silence. Perhaps she told herself, this was what they call the witching hour. The witching hour, somebody had once whispered to her, was a special moment in the middle of the night, when every child and every grown up was in a deep, deep sleep, and all the dark things come out from hiding and had the world to themselves. The moonbeam was brighter than ever on Sophie's pillow. She decided to get out of bed and close the gap in the curtains. You got punished if you were coached out of bed after lights out, even if you said you had to go to the laboratory. That was not accepted. As an excuse, they punish you just the same. But there was no one about now. Sophie was sure about that. She reached out for her glasses that lay on the chair beside her bed. They had steel rims and were very thick lenses, and she could hardly see a thing without them. She put them on, then she slipped out of the bed and tiptoed over to the windows. When she reached the curtains, Sophie hesitated. She longed to duck underneath them and lean out of the window to see what the world looked like now that the witching hour was at hand. She listened again. Everywhere it was deadly still. The longing to look out became so strong she couldn't resist it. Quickly she ducked under the curtains and leaned out of the window. In the silvery moonlight, the village street she knew so well seemed completely different. The houses looked bent and crooked, like houses in fairy tale. Everything was pale and ghostly and milky white. Across the rock she could see Miss Rance's shop, where you brought buttons, wool, and bits of elastic. It didn't look real, There was something dim and misty about that too. Sophie allowed her eye to travel further and further down the street. Suddenly she froze. There was something coming up the street onto the opposite side. It was something black, something tall and black, something very tall and very black and very thick. So guys, the chapter ends here and will continue from tomorrow. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so that you can make your relationship better with books. Bye.